What's up, you guys? It's Michael Gideon. It has been a while. I just figured I would come on here and do a little short video to tell you guys about a problem and potentially a solution. I have a project car problem, like most of us. This is a car that I have, it's still in process, but I actually completed this 68 912. Completed. I'm still working on some stuff, but and actually I'll shoot a video here soon and show you guys what I've been up to on the car. But it seems like the project car common theme is that we get these cars, we bite off more than we can chew, and sometimes we get stuck. It's amazing though, because I've met plenty of people that buy project cars and they are just like machines. These guys they hammer down and finish one and finish another one and finish another one. And maybe it's because they're single, maybe it's because their life circumstance, or they just have that mentality, to just, not get distracted and just fully focus, not get bummed out. But some of us struggle with ordering parts, like myself. My Lotus Europa, right now, like today, I could sit down and spend a couple of hours, I keep telling myself this, and actually order the parts for the suspension that it needs. I'm gonna update you guys soon on the Europa. I have been working on it just a little bit, but I've owned that car for over 2 years now, and I have driven it around the block twice. And I never bought that car intending for this to happen, but that's the purpose of this video, is just to briefly talk about this common thing that happens when we buy these cars that we want to drive. It's an interesting thing, and I know that I'm not the only one that goes through this. It's part of why the reward for driving this 912 was really, really great. And I know it'll be great for the Europa as well. This was a particularly unique time in my life where I was able to really hunker down. I worked on this car for like 5.5 months straight. Just the timing of work and my family dynamic, it allowed for that. That time is gone. I do not have, that is not, now we've got 2 kids, and that's not possible anymore. But I can still make progress on my projects, because the Europa, for example, I've got other projects too. I have a 911 Targa that is, that's a running, driving car. If you guys have followed this channel for a little bit, you know that, and I've already gotten to enjoy that. But the Europa has really it's slipped back on the back burner, for various reasons that I won't get into right now to make this video too long. But yeah, I never intended to buy that Europa and then never get to really experience it. And part of the problem for me personally is, it's actually kind of the problem and the solution. Or maybe just the solution. I'm rambling. I'm just going off the cuff here. I think that I'm worried. I've said this on my social media a few times. I'm worried about being the guy who got a project and then it sits for a really long time. That's why this car, my 912, all in was about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 to 2 years. And I've had a lot of comments and people message me like, "Wow, that's it? I've had mine for way longer than that. That's not a big deal." And I think that my motivating factors, I have talked to a lot of guys who have had, they've been in that position where they've had a car a really long time and not gotten to experience. I've got friends, that haven't gotten to experience their cars, and and it's part of the process. But anyway, the Europa, that's like my motivation is if I don't start working on it now or next week, then how long is that going to get pushed down the road? And the farther that the farther that can gets kicked down the road, the less motivated I'll be, and the less likely it is that I'll finish. So I guess that's this is a message to myself, and it's a message to everybody who is struggling with motivation, because the biggest problem with these project cars is that consistency over time. And so I'm gonna attempt to work on my Europa at least once a week, even if it's just a few hours, you know, like one afternoon or something. You know, it's better than nothing, because, you know, as a lot of you guys know, that can happen, where you get a car and it just sits and sits and sits and doesn't get the attention. So anyway, that's it for this video. I just wanted to pop on here and just say that. And I know that I'm not alone on it, but I'm gonna start chipping away. So I'm looking forward to sharing the Europa with you guys. I cannot wait to drive it, and even share the experience with some of my friends, but definitely give you guys a sense for how it is to drive that thing. But first, we must get motivated.